The humble home office has become a sanctuary within our homes. It's where we take remote meetings, create plans for the future, and even build our careers from. Recently, I transformed an empty room in the house into my new home office, and it was a really fun experience over the last 2 months that involved redesigning the plain white room into something a lot more cozy and functional. Hey friends, Andrew here, hope you're well. I am pretty excited to show you the entire process that went into furnishing this entire room and the desk setup itself, and share with you what powers my day-to-day work to hopefully inspire you or give you ideas to make the most out of your own home office. And by the way, if you like anything you see in this video, including the wallpaper itself, I'll link everything in the description box below for convenience. And if you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. So let's rewind it back a bit, because a lot has happened since my last desk setup video. We've moved out of our original studio after a couple of years in there, and until I find a new dedicated studio, which probably won't be for a while, I'll be working from home in the meantime, so this was a great chance to design a home office exactly how I want it to be. So the very first thing I wanted to introduce to this plain white room are some warmer tones, and so I think an oak wood theme would suit this room really well. I've always loved the wood slat aesthetic, and they should be a great simple way to instantly add warm tones to a cold room. These panels are from Wood Veneer Hub, and they also double as acoustic dampening panels, perfect for a home office. They come as extra long planks, which then need to be cut to size, and so after a quick vacuum, clean and measure, it was time to install these panels. There's a few ways to install them, but I went with the very simple screw-in option with white countersunk timber screws here. The tricky part was making cutouts for the light switch and electrical outlets, and this required a jigsaw cutter and some precise measurements, but hey, if you measure twice, you only cut once, as they say. So after a couple of days measuring, cutting and installing them, I really like how these slat panels instantly give the room warmth and texture to elevate the space. Next, I don't particularly want to be staring at myself all day while I work, so I replaced these mirrors with white melamine push doors and then reworked the interior for office storage to make use of the limited space in here. I'm really happy with the result, and it looks a lot more modern, cozy, and nicely matches the oak slat panels, I think. Plus, the extra storage in here with the dividers will really come in handy for all the tech and camera equipment that I use, and it gives some order to the chaos of my work day. I've organized office storage in a way where I can easily access my most used items like cameras and audio equipment, while lesser used items are stored higher up to make use of the vertical storage. Then the final DIY touch is added sheer curtains. I've always loved sheer curtains, and I think they're such an elegant and simple lift to a space. They allow sunlight in while making the space a lot more interesting to look at, and complements the push doors and slat panels. I also added smart blinds behind the sheers so they roll up and down during the morning and sunset, and they've been a game changer for convenience. Now, the desk I've moved in here is the same one I've been using for 3 years, and the light heavier wood of the tabletop is a great match for that light mode aesthetic, and damn, I think the heavier wood of the desk looks super clean against the oak slat panels. I'm also really glad that this desk has held up really well over the years. It still looks as new. Now that the wardrobe is done, I've clicked in the final slat panel, and thankfully measuring twice paid off. It fits perfectly. Okay, moving on, now that the foundation is laid down, let's build out this empty desk, starting with the desk lights. If you've watched my other desk setup videos, you'll know that I love adding strip lights to the back of a desk, and the one that I'm using here is Philips Hue Strip. I find that just adding a strip light on the back of a desk adds visual depth away from the wall, and so after turning it on, I love how the light refracts off the slats at night for a moody ambience. If your current desk faces a wall, try adding a strip light to the backside of your desk. It really does make a difference. Plus, being able to change and automate different colors for different moods and times of the day is always a bonus. You all know I'm going to start this desk setup with none other than GroveMade. They're still my favorite desk essentials. After wiping down the desk and getting it all clean, I am adding GroveMade's iconic desk shelf. It functionally adds a layer of height to a flat desk, and this is the solid maplewood variant. It's one of my favorites. The matching desk trays here, this makes this setup a modular dream. And I'm adding 3 different size desk trays, and they'll house my daily items, stuff like pencils, pens, SD cards, and a trusty microfiber cloth. And the cork aesthetic of the tray blends right into the home office, and it has such a nice sculpted finish. And let's not put the extra space to waste. I'll usually place books, AirPods, and my laptop here for quick everyday access. And then meanwhile, my phone lives on this GroveMade MagSafe stand. And I love standby mode ever since it was released on iOS 17. What would otherwise be a blank lock screen transforms into an interactive window of widgets and a beautiful desk side clock on this stand. The final GroveMade item that I'll add in is a quality desk pad. This one is GroveMade's unique matte desk pad in light grey, and I've yet to find a better desk pad than this, and yeah, I sort of feel like my desk is naked without a desk pad. Functionally, it's great too. It's able to slip right underneath the desk shelf when I'm not using it, or when I need more room on my desk if I'm drawing or writing, for example. And that's probably the biggest reason why I love GroveMade's modular ecosystem of products so much. It creates beautiful visual borders on your desk and neatly orders the desk to avoid that clutter. I'll leave a 10% off code in the description box if you want any of these GroveMade items to add to your own desk setup. At the focal point of the desk is the monitor. This is Apple's Pro XDR display, and my god, is it a stunning 6K display. Its design, brightness, and color accuracy is unmatched. I've been doing some design and photography work both for fun and for work on this display, and it's just a treat to use every day. Even though the $1,000 stand is one of the most overpriced purchases, it sits underneath the shelf, and I think it looks like it's always meant to be in this setup. For a personal touch, I've created a set of 8K wallpapers that I think look incredible on this display. It makes for a nice pop of color in the space, and I use a free app called Umbra. So this app automatically changes to a dark mode wallpaper in the evening and a light mode during the day. If you'd like to grab these wallpapers for yourself, I'll leave a link down below, and it's a great way to support my channel if you'd like to. The main workhorse that I use is the Mac Studio, but I also do work on a PC. I mainly use the Mac for everyday tasks and video editing, and the PC for more graphically intensive tasks and gaming. When it comes to sound, I still use the Audio Engine A5 Plus speakers that are like 5 years old now, but I just haven't found the need to upgrade these just yet. They sound and look great, and chances are you've probably seen them in like half the desk setups out there. I've gone through lots and lots of different keyboards and mice, and the combo that I've settled on at the moment is the MX Keys Mechanical Mini with the MX Master 3S. I love these two together functionally and aesthetically. I'll share a full video on the MX desk accessories in the future. And also, yes, the triple setup with the trackpad here is still clutch. It's great for multi-gestures and scrolling. So that's the desk essentials done, but now it's time to spruce up the desk and add some flair and character to it, and here are my current favorite desk accessories to do just that. I was recently gifted this Hinoki diffuser, and a few drops of essential oil absorbs into this Japanese cypress wood for a pleasant fragrance that lingers basically for the entire day. The scent that I'm using here is Hokkaido Haka, and I wish that you could smell this through the screen. It smells amazing. I feel like scent is often overlooked, but a nice smelling room brings peace and calm while working, and I also love how this diffuser keeps in line with the wood theme of this setup. And then next to it is the Lytra Beam desk light that I think looks great as an accent light, and I use it to illuminate the desk when I'm writing at night or when I'm on a video call. To work comfortably, I've invested into Herman Miller's Aeron chair in white. It's still the best office chair I've ever sat on, and the reason I'm able to work for long stretches without discomfort is because of this chair. I think the Aeron chair is just one of those buy it for life purchases. I can't see myself switching this out anytime soon, if ever, so it's really expensive up front, but across 10, even 20 years, this chair is well worth the price tag. So across the room, it was still looking pretty empty, so this space here to set up a breakaway corner, a spot away from the desk to read, take a call, and things like that. So I furnished the empty walls with 2 framed prints, and I think this adds character to the all oak look in this room. These beautiful shots are from the talented Aaron Brimhall, and I love the timeless design of the Porsche 911 RS. It's a car that I think most of us will never be able to afford, but hey, it's always nice to dream and admire from afar. And this is the armchair I brought in to sit right underneath the frames. It has a really nice curved design with full oak legs, and I love that the tan leather blends well with the sheer curtains, and it's a nice simple corner to relax from, away from all the tech. And well, altogether, this is my new home office. Like many, I've realized that the environment that we work in has a big impact on how productive I am, so I'm pretty stoked with how the home office has turned out, from a very simple and plain room to a welcoming and warm space that makes work that much more enjoyable. I've been working here for a couple of weeks now, and this has to be my favorite desk setup I've created so far, at least until the next one. If you guys have any suggestions on what to add to this space, or if you have any questions about the setup, let me know down below. And also, if you made it to the very end of this video, type out the code word Oakwood and I'll give it a like for watching until the very end. It seems like most of you enjoy my makeover type videos, so I'm planning to do and create more videos around room makeovers outside of just the office, like my living room here. So go check that video out if you want to see the tech and design behind it. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.